Do not attempt to adjust your radio.
This your boy.
You're about to enter the Jay Stevens Radio Show. Bring you real radio as we discuss real issues and have real interviews presenting radio with a purpose.
This your boy.
And without further ado, I present to you
Your boy Jay Stevens. What's up, everybody? You got it locked on the Jay Stevens Radio Show. I am your host, Mr. Jay Stevens. We in the building today, man. And I am so excited about this person I'm about to interview. This guy is an internet sensation, hilarious comic. He's also a philanthropist in the making, and he's also a pro-black brother who loves the community and senior citizens. Give a love to my man, Mr. DHawk. Funny man, DHawk. What's up, baby?
Blessed to be in a place, man. Blessed to be in your grace.
Oh, man, I appreciate you being in your boy's presence. It's always an honor to be in the midst of greatness.
Yes, it is, man. One of my mentors, man. I'm proud to do it, man. When you gave me a call, man, I said, of course I'd do it, man. My parole got off last week, and things are looking good. Things are looking good. Won't he do it?
Won't he do it? Shout the music. And let me tell y'all something, man. This interview that we're doing, this is the first day that Cleveland has seen 71 degrees, and boy, they losing their mind out here.
They mind, man. Barbecuing.
Oh, already. Mm-hmm. Which really, for real, we're going to barbecue whether it's 8 degrees or 80 degrees. Period. But today, it's just rib smelling everywhere.
Absolutely. And you know, it's been so cold, man. Actually, this has been going on for the past 2 months. It was 30 degrees. Oh, man, it feels good outside, man. Let's go to Disney World, man. It feels good, man.
Feels good. Then tomorrow's going to be back to 40.
Yeah, back to 40. Negative 40.
That's Cleveland, man.
Yeah.
That is Cleveland for you. Well, let's hop right into this, man, because I know you're a busy man, and I'm ready to dive into this interview because I got a lot of information that I want to give to the people about you. You are killing the social media with your videos. Like, man, where did this come from? What inspired you to start making these videos?
Man, you just look, you look on the internet and you say, wow, I could do that. We could do that. We've been doing that at hikes, at football practice, or just period clowning. Now you can get paid from it. The whole thing is just, it's an art, and everybody think they can do it, but it's an art. And once you find your niche, everybody's not going to like it. Everybody don't like lobster. Everybody don't like Jesus.
I do. Hey, good Lord, man.
So it's just about the people. It's not worrying about the millions. You worry about the few that like you, and that few will grow into millions.
So, what was your first video that you did, if you remember?
Yeah, I remember. And I thought I'd get like a couple of views, and it just went crazy. It was about just almost like bipolar. It was 2011. And I was working at Lowe's and about to go to New Year's. And I said, be careful, you got to watch your mouth and respect people and because we all somebody, and learn to respect them. And I act like it was somebody on the side of me. I was going down Cedar, and it was a little profanity. And get over, like road rage, get over. After all of that spill, and it just went bananas. I'm like, wow, man, this is pretty good, So, like I say, comedy, me and you always talk. You can do a video. You can go get the right people. You can go get all your prompts. It might get some hits. But he's like, damn. Then you can go do a video that you're just doing it. Really, you ain't even trying to be funny. It's just some awareness. Oh, he's hilarious. You're like, damn, that wasn't even attended.
That wasn't even the one.
That wasn't even the one.
That's the funny thing about social media, man, is that you never know. In your mind, this one is going to hit. This one is going to have them dying laughing and it do okay. And then you have one that you like, I'm just put it out there. And that's the one you be like, are y'all serious? Yeah. The other one was much funnier.
Yeah, much funnier. But I guarantee you talk to the artists I'm talking about, from Marvin Gaye to Luther to Cat Williams to all of that. They got their favorites, And they be like, wow, that's not the media's favorite. But guess what? The media's favorite is the one gonna pay you.
Right, right, right. Very much so. Very much so. You know, the funniest, the funniest video to me, one of the funniest early on when you first started, because obviously we definitely always grow from our videos that we make. You know, our ideas grow. Our recording grows, you know, what we understand the people want grows. But one of my funniest is when you was at the pool and you was talking to the guy who's the, let's say the director of the recreation center. And you was telling him, you was like, yeah, my uncle was in the Marines and he was a Navy SEAL. He was like, oh yeah, so you can get down, huh? You was like, yep. And then you started swimming looking like you was drowning. And he threw you the life jacket and pulled you in. And he was like, man, I thought your uncle was in the Navy SEAL. He's like, no, man, I told you he worked at Old Navy. Man, I was dying. Like, this boy is a fool, man. So where does the inspiration come for you to be able to create these videos?
I mean, peers, man. You know, I mean, come on. I know you're giving me an interview, man, but come on, man. I mean, I wouldn't be here without my peers. And, you know, you just sent me, you know, as far as a topic the other day. So it's not me. It's my peers, man. And it's, you know, up above. So it's just constant. When you put yourself in a realm of positive people, you can't help but to produce greatness.
Right. And social media videos has really taken off. I mean, and what I notice is that a lot of people who do videos online, they kind of stay in their lane. And what I mean by that is, you know that you're gonna, when you watch Davis, who is hilarious with the videos, you know he's either gonna be his pops talking stuff to him, or he gonna be in prison. You know, and he had the little saying, you know, big fella, or this finna be a breeze, you know. And you have Jess Hilarious, who she does a lot of, I guess you could say, gossip skits and things like that, which is also funny, you know. So, but you come at it from an aspect of everyday life. Mm-hmm. Right. Like, why do you do that specifically?
Because it's real, man. It's real, and also it's just creating your own lane. You don't have to duplicate what people's doing. I don't frown at or I don't hate on the wigs, but damn, every single video, a wig or something gay, or it's like, ugh.
So it's like no creativity. They're not really sitting down thinking.
Yeah, absolutely. They're not sitting down thinking. And there's so much stuff out here, man, it's untapped.
You're right. And never can run out. Yeah. Because life happens every single day. So you can see something like, you know what? That deserves a skit. Now, have you ever sat down and watched television and say, oh yeah, I got to do it? Tristan Thompson just got busted. Sex tape and everything. Have you ever thought about, man, let me just go ahead and do a video about the celebrities that I see on television?
You know what? Where I'm at, my thing is so strategic to me, because I'm like, damn, out of all these videos, I ain't get paid. Mm-hmm. I'm on that right now. I know I'm blessed. I'm on that, hey, this is money worthy. For somebody to stop you on the streets and ask for a picture or start smiling, and you start to really look at your numbers and say, why am I broke? Or why? And I know that things is temporary, but I got so many things that I used to do like that as far as straight impulse. Now I'm just taking them from over here, from Instagram to Facebook, and I'm still prevalent. I'm still trending, you know. And then I put little clips of my shows because I'm trying to do the website thing.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Just in case, because Facebook can go Pazook or Instagram, and then we got nothing. We got nobody contacts or anything. So I've been making my mailing list and all of that. Mm-hmm. And I don't really, and plus they turn off my TV the other day.
That's what happened when you don't pay that cable bill.
I don't really watch. No, but I don't really pay attention to all that because I don't like my Instagram. My Instagram is not private, it's public. So as soon as somebody follow me, I'm automatically follow you. Mm-hmm. So say if I want to see yours, And it's not government name. It's just so much. You got this person in Texas, I don't know, that's throwing up 50 videos. Then you got this person in Ghana. It's just too much. So I don't see a lot.
Right.
And then if I do see something, and I'm not envious, not hating, but I know we got just as much talent that they do. And so I'd rather not to see it and have them that tunnel vision.
Yeah. So which platform for you gives you the more followers and the more inspiration to keep banging it out? Facebook or Instagram?
Facebook.
Facebook. So you still are a Facebook man.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Because a lot of people live by Instagram. They're like, oh, no, Facebook is for the old people. Right. But you saying, man, I wouldn't be where I am if it wasn't for Facebook.
Absolutely. And as far as the character that I have, the Uncle Freddie, his niche and his vibe is for older people. So maybe that's why it's hitting so much. It's a lot of people on Instagram, I guess, with the 80,000, 100,000 people. A lot of those are bought. I don't want bought fans. I want active fans that's going to buy merch, that's going to come out and support me and the people around. I just don't want numbers. Even though people look at numbers, hey man, I want to hire you or whatever, and they want to see a number, but I want physical.
Right. You want organic people who are not bought people, who are not fake just to make the account look bigger and better than what it is. Yes. Because it doesn't work. No. I did it one time. I was like, man, you can buy followers. And I know these, comedy bookers be looking for numbers. So I tried it. I was like, oh, okay. And it went from one number to another number. I was like, oh, okay, this is pretty cool. But then I realized I'm still getting the same amount of likes. I'm still getting the same amount of comments. When I boost videos, it was not bringing in the numbers that I thought it would bring in. So I was like, this was a waste of money. So I did it like once or twice, and I was like, I'm done with this, man. I'm like, this is dumb. So I would rather receive organic numbers, organic people who genuinely saw a show, genuinely listened to the Jay Stevens radio show and said, man, I like this guy, I'm going to follow. And now, like you say, they'll buy merch, they'll come to the shows. Now let's dive into, before I go into something else, you talked about Uncle Freddie. Please tell me what inspired you to create Uncle Freddie.
Well, you can take.
Do you have a real uncle like that?
No. Yes. In a way, not ditto, not Blue Point. I had a drunk uncle. Actually, yeah, my uncle that I had, he was drunk like Uncle Freddie, but Uncle Freddie got a little bit of money. You know what I'm saying? My uncle didn't. So I know exactly that people have uncles just like Uncle Freddie. He's relatable, or your daddy, or might be even him. I get people like, hey, I'm him.
I am Uncle Freddie.
His name be Frederick, man. You know what I'm saying?
No, when you come across that person that say, DHawk, I am Uncle Freddie, has he given you ideas or say, man, you know what, you kind of took me back and gave me some ideas. I might have to hit up some of these old cougars I still mess with and hit over some of your lines.
Yeah, because what happens is a lot of videos, like you say, how do I come up with that? It's a lot of videos that people will comment on, negative and positive, and you be like, oh, that can go with this video. Or that could go with another episode, and that's how boom, boom, boom. But Uncle Freddie was made off negativity. It was made off.
Really?
Yeah. They always gotta have something to say. People don't realize Uncle Freddie. We was already doing the thing with DHawk. Uncle Freddie just, blasted it. That's like McDonald's to the Big Mac when they introduced Big Mac, but they still have. So I'm doing my video, and people be like, whose uncle is that? I'm like, uncle? You know what I'm saying? Because my physique, stomach or whatever, blah, blah. I said, you know what? Since they say uncle, I wanted to do a little throwback skit with the tape unwinding. I said, let me think of a name, Uncle Freddie. And it just, boom.
Which video went viral? Was that 4th of July? Is that the video?
Yeah.
Or was it Memorial Day? What was it?
It was 4th of July, the first that went viral.
That's the first one that went viral.
Yeah, it was actually June 21st.
Okay.
With the tape. That went viral.
That went viral.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That right now is at like 193,000 shares.
Okay.
And 13 million views. Which it's still considered locally because we're still locally. See, people think, and it's not hating. I'm not saying. I thank God that Mike Epps shared it. I thank God that Ricky Smiley shared them. I thank God that DMX. But it's not a shout out. It's a putting content on their page for their fans. A shout out is what you do. Hey, my dude is hilarious. Hashtag DHawk.
Right.
Check him out.
Now, I know about the viral video getting shared that nobody knows it was you. Because we learn in this industry. We learn to start putting our name on different things. For those of you that's listening to the show that don't know, I had a video that went viral, hit about 100 million views on Facebook.
Yeah.
Everybody shared. Facebook, Instagram, 50 Cent shared it, Snoop shared it, Bill Bellamy shared it, all these different people, hundreds of millions of views. But I didn't put @J Stevens Live on there. So nobody knew it was me. So out of 100 million views, I should at least 100 million. I should have at least had 500,000 followers, or 500,000 new people follow off 100 million views. And to say, hey, like we said earlier, that's not even my funniest video.
Not even.
That's not. That one hit 100 million. The rest of them hit 100. 100. Ain't nothing after that. Not 100,000. 100. Just 100. 101, 125. But you learn. You learn. So besides that one, what was your first actual video to go viral that's made you say, man, I'm about to dive into this? Or was it that one?
No, it was. I had multiple that went viral before that. Went on World Star. People pay to go on World Star. Once again, no tag and nothing. Nobody. Couple of people knew it was me, and they'll tag me. Hey, my boy, funny. Why did it take World Star to justify that I was funny? Why did it take that? So that one had with the side dude that people was take. They still take. If you go on YouTube right now, they'll take my videos and act like it's theirs.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? I'm at that point now where somebody will know, like, oh man, I know him. I'm of him.
Yes.
So it's almost you don't even really have to tag because that's like Martin tagging. That's like Kevin Hart tagging. That's like I'm getting that brand
right.
That they're like, hey man, check this dude out or whatever it may be. Even though you still gotta tag or whatever, but it was with the side dude.
Yes. Coming
home and that's how I'm like, wow, okay. And like I said, multiple. The Cleveland dude, the thirsty dude. And I still got some bangers, but now I'm strategic. I need to get paid from this.
So doing the videos and putting them out as much as you put them out, is the expectation high from your fan base to keep pushing them out?
Is it high? I would say it's easier because you have your niche. Oh, this is what they like. They're writing. I literally have people from other states that write and say, hey, can you play this song? Can you do this? They giving me the blueprint.
So this is all for Uncle Freddie. This is all for Uncle Freddie videos.
Yeah, just Uncle Freddie and a couple just regular. Hey, why don't you do this? You got Cleveland weather. It's about to be nice next week. It's about to be you got the cheat sheet.
Okay.
You done did the hard part.
So, along with the video, sometimes your video 98% of your videos are hilarious. 2% you trying to prove something and make a message. You did a video in East Cleveland. That's in Ohio, ladies and gentlemen. All my East Cleveland people, shout out to you because I know y'all listening, representing. But you did a video about the potholes in East Cleveland. It went viral. And actually, you went on the news to talk about the potholes and where the money was going. Did you expect a comedy video about potholes to allow you to go on the news and say, for real though, where the money at?
Yeah. I didn't know it had happened that way. I didn't know the news would pick it up. I knew it would get tremendous shares. And it was just awareness of the thing with the news, and that's just how it goes. I did 20 minutes of just how East Cleveland was wonderful, and you got a lot of groups and a lot of organizations that's trying to rebuild it. Same with my group, OPN, and this and that, and the mayor is trying. They cut all that stuff out. I mean, all of it. It was like, yeah, potholes. What they gonna do with the money? Gone. This is Harry Boomer. And don't get me jumped now. But that's my, some people have pottery, or they go to gym, or that's community is my release.
Yes, that's your therapy.
Yeah, it's just, I love to help. That's just me, man. Like Chris Rock said, if he died, and the only thing you had to say is I made you laugh, and I failed as a human being.
Yeah, I saw that. And I believe he was talking about when he went to Bernie Mac's funeral and how nobody said anything about Bernie Mac, the comedian, at his funeral. Because it was so much more to him that it was about way more than me just doing stand-up. Yeah. Stand-up is what I do. It's not who I am. So that's the legacy that you want to leave. Like DHawk was a funny guy, but DHawk opened up senior citizen homes and made sure these nurses not taking advantage of these senior citizens. DHawk is out giving food out on the weekend with the food banks and donating millions of dollars here and there. So when I said at the beginning of this interview, future philanthropist, that's real talk. That's your passion. Now, did that come from a growing up and experiencing certain things, or did you just say, man, you know what, I just see that this is what needs to be done in the communities?
Both.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So besides doing the skits, you're also a comedian. No, let me rephrase that.
Right.
Besides doing the skits, you're also a stand-up comedian. And since I did word it like that, let's dive into that for a second. Do you feel is there a difference between a stand-up and a social media using the word comedian?
I did 2 months ago, before I had the conversation with Jay Stevens.
I'm trying to interview you like
right.
like we don't talk.
Right. And you made a great point. There's different levels of laughter, and you're supplying laughter. And I thought before our conversation, I thought they was abusing. I thought that they didn't deserve the name unless you get on the stage. It is a difference. Just because you're doing the skits, and that don't mean that you can do it on stage. Just because you do it on stage don't mean that you could do skits. They both take crafting.
Yes, absolutely.
So there are, because I used to say there's a difference between comics and comedians. And from our discussion, comedian is a comedian. If you draw in a color book, you sketch, you make comic scripts or whatever you do, you're still an artist. If you sing in a theater, if you sing at an open mic at a bar, or if you sing in church, you're still a singer. I'm a singer, but I sing in the shower.
In the shower. Shower singers. That's a genre.
Shower me with your love.
Boy,
I can do this all time.
Well, just so the listeners can know, just because he brought it up, we was discussing something one day about comedians, and I did tell him that comedian is someone that makes people laugh. And then you have genres of comedians. You have stand-up comedians who are on stage. You have ventriloquists who use dummies. You have music comedians who make people laugh through instruments and tell jokes. So you have social media comedians. So after that discussion, that's why he gave you the answer that he gave you. But you know what? So being a stand-up and being a social media skit comedian, has being a social media comedian helped you with your stand-up?
One more time now.
Okay.
Woo-wee.
Has doing skits.
Uh-huh.
Let's not say social media. Has doing skits helped you write and be funny as a stand-up comedian?
Absolutely. Because you're just going off of it. You're going. It's your. It's like. It's a gold mine. It's like. It's because I know that this joke works already because of the views. So therefore, I'm just taking it on stage. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
But a lot of people do that and it don't work. And you even said it. You said just because you can do stand-up don't mean you can do skits. And just because you can do skits don't mean you can do stand-up. Right. But you get an inspiration from your skits to be able to do the stand-up. Because some people can't do both.
Well, what I'm saying...
And it's been proven.
Absolutely. Well, what I'm saying with me, as far as I'm a stand-up first, I started... I started the skits first. But by my stand-up, the craft, I'm saying that I know that if I deliver, I'm telling you a story of somebody seeing me on the street and saying, do this skit. Or I'm taking my everyday life and I'm just putting it on stage. But you still have to deliver it together. You know, it was this one dude, he had a following, so they made him a headliner. Mm-hmm. First of all, they shouldn't even really made him a comedian just yet. And he had to learn. And his whole rebuttal, not only did you make this dude a comedian, you put him on last with some stage killers. Mm-hmm. And his rebuke was his rebuttal. Yeah, man, I do videos. That was his swing.
So he kept it 100. He's like, I do videos.
I do videos.
This stand-up stuff?
Yeah.
It's going to take a process.
Oh, it's a difference.
See, because when you're on stage, you can't edit it.
That's right.
You can't do it 17 times.
Wow. Yes.
It's live and in your face. Wow. What did it say? In living color.
Yeah. Wow.
It's right there.
Yeah, it's right there.
You know, so you can't edit it because all of us have edited our videos when it comes to putting videos on social media.
Other than live.
You know, other than live, you know. But you have
that.
to. You can erase that.
Yeah. You
but
go out
on that stage?
No, you can't. Yeah, y'all. Forget all them 5 minutes I just bombed. Forget those. Hey, put your phone up and don't save my set. Suck. Hey, sir. Mama, don't leave. Yeah, so it's in living color, man. And I think...
But isn't that amazing, though? And just right there in your face. The energy... Because you don't get energy when you're making videos. You get the energy after the video. But being on stage doing stand-up, people feeding you energy where you're just like, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep going. Y'all energy is amazing.
Well, you know what giving me energy was skits? The crazy thing is 90% of my video, 99, something went wrong. Somebody didn't show up. Something and it makes me amazing that the process still went on. Mm-hmm. Same with that excitement on stage. Like, look, everybody say they can do it, but they can't. So it's giving me that vibe when I'm like, oh man, you know what? We still doing this video.
Yes.
Period. It don't go. Such is life, man. Such is life. So I love to be balanced. Like my homegirl Ginger, and she got her signature text says, "Comedy is my life. Comedy is not my life." We got other things. Look what we're doing right now with this podcast. There's other toys that God gave us that we can play with. So we don't, everything that happens messed up in this comedy game don't have to take as a loss in your heart. You say, okay, it's like Play-Doh. I played with it. That don't look too good. Let me roll it out.
Remold it. So, what's next for DHawk?
Man, this web series, man, with this Uncle Freddie, man. You know, I have meeting my writers. We meet here every Friday, like from 10 p.m. to 2. Rob Allen, Sleep, his name's Sleep, a couple other comedians, and we about to, it's about to go.
Yes, sir.
Because it's in demand. You know, it's in demand. And it's gonna be rocky at times. Like, okay, don't do that. Don't put it at this time. And my whole thing is, it's all about boxing it up.
Yes, it is. Everything is strategic when it comes to this game.
Every single thing.
It's very strategic.
Yep.
And I've noticed, even when it comes to posting on social media, there's a specific time where you're going to get hits, and there's a specific time where you're going to be like, man, I should have posted this at another time.
Yeah.
You got to do your homework.
Because my buddy was like, so how many times do you, once we get to YouTube, now you see the girl just shot the people at YouTube because they demonetized.
Mm-hmm.
See, people think you're going to put a video out and it do these views. And first of all, you got to get the views. And it's all of that. And now so anyway, he was like, how many videos you going to do a week? I said, I don't know, because anything can happen. Mm-hmm. I can have a banger video and a Facebook killer that's going viral.
Right.
Super Bowl, the Browns win, Cavs win. You can have one of the greatest, it's going to get washed.
Right, because of whatever happened.
Because everybody is trending.
Yeah.
Hey, let me, when people get off work and now everybody want to text, or Mother's Day and all of that, let me
strategically post when necessary.
Absolutely. It's the same as we do on the show. We don't, if somebody asks me for a show and they say, hey, it's going to be a band, they're going to feed. Okay, I want to do comedy when everybody is settled. They walked in, black people going to be late. They're eating. Let them loosen up. And that's all. It's strategic. It's strategic. That's like me, you coming in the house and like, man, I got this banger joke for DHawk. You don't say it on the porch. You don't say it in your car. You don't say it when you come in the house. You try to look at, hey, how you doing, Miss Hawkins? Blah, blah, blah. Okay, I'll wait till DHawk get off the phone. Then I'll tell you. Because if you say it in your car, I didn't hear it. Mm-hmm. You say it on the porch, I didn't hear it. You say it when you get in here, I could have been on the phone. I didn't hear it. It's strategic.
Everything is strategic.
That's why we're like, hey, when I come, how is the microphone set up? How is the lights? Everything is strategic.
Everything is strategic. Well, man, I appreciate you coming on the show today, man. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Funny Man DHawk. Please shout out all of your social media, please.
Yes, absolutely, man. Now, I got the Cash App.
So those that want to send donations,
no, I for this.
Please send us some cash outs. We don't do what's the one thing when people do always do the fund where you can send money to them.
GoFundMe.
GoFundMe. This is not GoFundMe. This is for me. So got the cash out. Now shout out your social media for the people to follow you on social media.
Absolutely. Oh, DHawk Too Funny. That's on Instagram, Facebook. And now it's at the website, DHawk2funny.com. And that will be up Saturday, but you can still join the mailing list right now. Like I say, we're going to have some inspiring things. We're going to have Motivation Mondays. Because we living in that thing that people say, stick stones, break your bones, but names will never hurt you. Names will kill you.
You better know it.
It will kill you. And I had plenty dark times in this comedy game, and Shine gave me that light. So you got to find that person. If you're trying to be great, you got to be around great people. Great people don't hang around good people. There's a total difference. So support us, and we'll support you.
That's what's up. Ladies and gentlemen, you have just listened to comedian, funny man, internet sensation, DHawk, and that was a great interview. I appreciate you coming on today, sir. We about to get on out of here. Be sure to follow us, Jay Stevens Radio Show on Instagram and Facebook. Also, Jay Stevens Radio Show on YouTube. Click that follow link on YouTube, that subscribe link on YouTube, so you can see what's going on with Jay Stevens Radio. We appreciate you. You have a blessed day. We out of here. Deuces.
We got next.